وعايز حضراتكم تركزوا تركيز. هو طبعا الترجمة موجودة باللغة العربية وهو بيتكلم الإنجليزية والترجمة موجودة باللغة العربية. كل الكلمات اللي قالها، هو كان حوار طويل لكن احنا اختصرناه في عدة دقائق، بس كلام مهم جدا جدا لمن، انا بقول لحضراتكم لمن عايز يشوف واللي يكون ليه عينين. ارجو اللي هيشوف يكون ليه عينين شايف بيهم ودنين يسمع بيهم، وبعدين اكيد اللي جاي هيبقى احلى من ده.
Arab Spring had a deeper agenda, and that's now beginning to emerge. The U.S. intelligence services and the U.S. State Department secretly began backing a much more ambitious project using a secret Masonic-like organization called the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood originated in the 1920s, as some of you may know, in Egypt under a fanatical jihadist named Banna. They built a secret underground organization in Egypt to fight against the British, and during the Second World War, the Nazis came into Egypt and recruited the Brotherhood and supported them in the fight against the British, and they found the Nazi ideology quite amenable to their own, apparently. After the war, the Muslim Brotherhood was taken over as a franchise by British intelligence until the British financially were unable to sustain their presence in the Middle East and turned the franchise over to the CIA, the Americans. So Washington started playing with a very, very dangerous cocktail of religious fanaticism and prepared over a period of years before the events in Tunisia and before the events in ta3ref Square in Cairo. They began training cadre in Washington. They brought organizers from Canvas in Belgrade, the ones who organized the color revolution against Milosevic in 2000. And they began training cadre to create what was the superficial part of the regime change, Washington regime change, namely the youth Twitter revolution or Facebook revolution. Most of the advisors in and around the Obama White House, the key personnel in the State Department, are either directly members of the Muslim Brotherhood or are sympathetic to the Muslim Brotherhood and in liaison with them. So they forced early elections in Egypt knowing that the democratic opposition would be in disarray, which they were. They had no time to organize structure, precinct organizations and campaigns. So not surprisingly, the Muslim Brotherhood won the election and dominated the new parliament, together with some radical Islam parties. But the military thought that they had organized it in a way that they would control Morsi and make sure that they had the veto power on anything the Brotherhood would try. Well, that lasted a few short weeks before Washington again intervened and said, Morsi, we will back you if you repeal all of these military controls. So for more than 1 year now, Egypt has suffered under the Muslim Brotherhood rule of Mohammed Morsi and friends.